Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 5, Episode 11. So, a couple days ago, we had a puzzle that was half Nori Nori and half Nurikabe, and today we have another mashup. This time, we have a puzzle that is half Masyu and half Simple Loop, both of which we have covered on the channel before. So, please go back and watch the episodes on those two genres if either of those is unfamiliar to you, or if you just want another little refresher warm-up before we dive into today's full Masyu. And to see how it works, we should take a look at the rules. Full Masyu is a hybrid puzzle where we will draw a non-intersecting loop through the centers of all cells. That sentence right by itself is the entirety of the rules of Simple Loop. We're going horizontally and vertically through the grid as we draw this green line, and we are touching every cell on the way. But in addition, we have the rules of Masyu. The loop must turn on black circles and travel straight through the cells on either side. So when we have the loop entering and exiting a black circle, it must make a 90-degree turn, and on either side of that turn, we must have a straight through path. Neither of those can themselves be turns. The loop must go straight through white circles and turn in at least one of the cells on either side. So the white cells are straight through, and we can't have straights on both sides of the white dot. We could have it on one side or the other, but there has to be a turn in at least one of the two cells. Those are the rules of full Masyu, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's full Masyu was set by Tyrgannus. I will start this by doing the beginning of a simple loop, which is to mark in the four corners. In all of those cases, we have a cell that has only two possible entrances and exits. And since every cell must be visited by the loop, we know exactly what happens in all four of those cells. And the beginning steps of a Masyu are also at our disposal, which is that if we have a white cell, a white dot, at the edges of the grid, we know which orientation that straight through must go. In all those cases, if we've got a black dot at the edge or within one of the edge, we know one of the directions. So this dot can't go south, and since it has to turn, it either goes west or east, but must go north as well, and must go straight through that cell by the rules of how black dots work. So that same thing happens here and here on the edges, and that still also applies if we're one away from the edge, because there's still not enough room to go in one direction. So we have to go in the opposite direction. Here we are one away from both edges, so we know exactly how that one works. All right, so now we can look at some more Masyu rules, like we've got a white dot with a straight on one side, so it can't be a straight on both sides. We know which way this one turns and which way this one turns, because they're both blocked to the south, so they both go north. We've got this cell that is now can't go west, and it's black, so it has to go to the right. We've got a white dot next to a straight, so it can't be a horizontal white dot, it's got to be a vertical one, which forces this black dot to turn east, not west. We've got a white dot next to a straight, so we know which direction that goes. We have a line that needs to continue, can't go west or north, it goes south, it sneaks over this direction. And this, we can't continue through this black dot, so there's no line here, so this has to keep going. This has to keep going at least this far. We don't want to close the loop too early, so this keeps going. We know which way this black dot turns. We know there's a turn on one side of this white dot, and it's not this one now. So it is here, and therefore keeps going through this white dot. This line has to keep on trucking that way and then turn north. This must turn. This edge has to keep going through this little tunnel. And so this has to turn. This can't go west because that would close a loop early, so it goes east. So, if this were just a Masyu, we would start getting some ambiguity now, I think. But we can use some more simple loop action to say we've got virtual corners here and here. Both of those we need to enter and exit. We can't close this loop too early, so it keeps going. This white circle is now next to a straight, so we know that it's horizontal, not vertical. We've got another corner here to fill in. This has to keep going. We now know which way the black dot turns. It turns that way. This turns in the corner. We don't want to stop this loop early, so turn. This keeps going. This comes down here and must turn in this corner. And just like that, that is how we solve a full Masyu.